Hi friends, myself Vinith Kumar, and I have secured 77 rank in Indian Forest Service 2017 exam. So through this video I would like to detail out the strategy for chemical engineering optional and also the sources I followed so that it can help you. First of all, a brief background about myself. I did my bachelor's in chemical engineering, and thereafter I worked for around 3 years in private sector, and then I decided to take up the civil service examination. So I decided to go with the Indian Forest Service exam with the optional chemical engineering and mathematics, and my choice of optional was based on many factors which were like kind of very personal to me. So I would like to take up the chemical engineering subject here. So first question which comes to mind of any aspirant is who can take the chemical engineering subject or who can take a particular subject. So chemical engineering is particularly for the people who have done bachelor's or their studies in chemical engineering. So it's pretty clear that they can only take that subject. And now after once that is clear, why should one take up the chemical engineering subject? So friends, I would like to clear a lot of doubts here which are related to subject. So first, why should one take is that many people when taking up the subject, they think that it is an engineering subject and they might not have studied it very well in the college days, so they think it might be little heavier and they might have to study a lot, which might not be coverable in around 1 to 2 months. But friends, I would like to say that that is not true. The chemical engineering is a very good subject, and if you give proper time, I mean, you can get good marks, and around 1 to 2 months are more than enough to compete with good marks in the subject. So how to decide if the subject is okay for you? So the first thing is to look at the previous year questions. So that was it. So while taking up the subject, I had the optional of taking up forestry. My other option was mathematics. So I had the option of taking up forestry, which was very popular. But once I looked at the questions of chemical engineering, I couldn't recall the answers, but I knew that I had studied these things in the college, and I knew exactly where to know about them, like if I have to study again about them. And that was it. That was the kick moment which I get, and that's when I decided that I would go with chemical engineering, because the questions seemed that I got a feeling that I can do it very well. So I would suggest that if you want to take up chemical engineering, just look at the previous year questions. It's not a problem if you cannot recall their answers, but even if you get a feel that you have studied those questions, those topics somehow, just go ahead with the subject, I would say, and it would give you a good return if you can give around 45 days to 2 months time. Now friends, moving up to what should be the strategy for the subject if you have taken up the chemical engineering optional. So here, general, I would say that before reading any topic, just make a list of the previous year question papers, previous year questions, and then prepare their answers. So that was my strategy, because time is very limited. So we cannot study books cover to cover. So we have to prepare selectively, and our best guide is previous year questions. So what I did was just prepare the list of questions which were asked, and they were most of the questions were repetitive in nature. So I just prepared their answers, and that was it about. So most of the things were covered, around 80 to 90% things were covered in them only. And so while preparing the answers, I actually had to read the books very selectively. So that I think would cover a major chunk of the preparation. And rest of the questions which you cannot find in the books, or you think some topics might be left in the previous years, you can prepare their answers from the Google or from the standard books which I will list out now. So the first topic is fluid and particle dynamics. The best source for it is the Unit Operations on Chemical Engineering by McCabe and Smith, and that book is very standard for it and covers most of the questions which have been asked in previous years, and pretty much covers whatever is in the syllabus. So we just need to read the chapters relevant to fluid and the last 2 chapters which are relevant to particle dynamics. Apart from that, I don't think we need anything else. And if you have studied that a bit seriously during the college, I think those chapters are just a revision, or you can give some little time and you can get well versed with them. After that, the next topic is the of mass transfer in paper 1. So for mass transfer also, unit operations on chemical engineering by McCabe Smith is good book, and the chapters on mass transfer are actually very detailed in that book, and the questions which are asked in the paper are not that much detailed. So basic questions like on the distillation and on the other separation methods are not to be read in very much detail. So look at the previous year questions, whatever the detail level is asked, just read that from the book. Apart from that, for mass transfer, I would say that the NPTEL courses are very much helpful also. So if you have given a little gap after your studies, you might not be able to understand the concepts, but the NPTEL courses videos will help you to understand the concepts. And once you understand the concepts, the things get very easy. Next, and specifically I would like to mention for mass transfer, the NPTEL video by NPTEL course by Professor B. Mandal from IIT Guwahati is very helpful, and I refer to that only. After that, the next topic in paper 1 is of heat transfer. For heat transfer, you can refer the McCabe Smith unit operations, but I didn't read from there. I read from one NPTEL course from Professor Anil Verma from IIT Guwahati, and the concepts were pretty much very simple in heat transfer, so you don't need to go through that, but you can pay little attention to the numericals, and numericals from McCabe Smith are very much helpful. The solved examples are sometimes directly picked from that book, so refer to that book, and the subtopic is covered very well. The next, in the section B of paper 1 comes the novel separation techniques. For novel separation techniques, I didn't cover that fully, but some part can be covered from McCabe Smith separation techniques chapter, and other one is you can prepare from Google, or you can prepare from NPTEL courses. Just look for specific techniques which are asked in the previous year, and you can prepare separate notes for each of the technique. Don't need to go into much detail, and the basic principles and the pros and cons of each technique would do. And if you can get diagrams and the working of each kind of technique, that would be also helpful. We don't need to focus on any specific equations or any specific mathematical expressions as such. After that, the next topic is of the process equipment design, PED. So PED is like kind of very not very favored topic during our college days. So if you have read that topic very well, you can go ahead and read that in detail. But if you haven't covered that topic very well, I would say that you don't need to again prepare very much, just the basic vessels, basic covers like elliptical heads and cylindrical heads we need to prepare, and don't need to go into much detail. The numericals from this chapter would mainly have the numericals, and the numericals would be very simple based on a single formula. So we just need to put in the given values, and just the expression would give out the required value. So, and I would like to mention here that for the numericals we have to mug up the formulas. That is the only thing. So you can prepare a list, and again I gave little more time to this topic, which I think is not necessary. But if you have read it well during the college, you can cover it in little detail. So I will help how giving more time was helpful to me in just a bit. After that, the next topic is of process control. So for the process control, understanding the concepts is very important, and the derivations are specifically important for this topic, like for the PID controller and PI controller, etc. So here I referred multiple books. One was the Stephanopoulos book, which I read during the college, and apart from that I refer a NPTEL course by Professor Prabir Kumar Saha from IIT Guwahati. So that course is also very helpful. So, and give special focus to numericals here also. Now in this topic, one extra thing is of the instrumentation part. For the instrumentation, they in the UPSC Indian Forest Service, they specifically ask very wide range of instrumentation. So what we need to do is not to cover every small instrument, but prepare a list to measure every parameter like heat, temperature, and etc. So there are 4 to 5 instrument in every category which we can prepare from Google. So what I did is like search for those instrument names which were asked in previous years and then prepared their answers from the Google. And again, we don't need to go into much detail here. What I prepared was basic diagram and the principle and working and some advantages or the disadvantages. I think that would suffice even for the 20 marks question. So yeah, that is for paper 1, friends. And for paper 2, the first topic is of the chemical engineering thermodynamics. So for thermodynamics, I would say the Van Ness, Smith and Abbott, the book is standard one. So and we need to give little focus to derivations here, and sometimes they are very clumsy and very lengthy also, but we need to mug up them. So that is the only thing. And sometimes numericals are also asked, so just remember the formulas. And I think the solved questions in the Van Ness, Smith and Abbott should be prepared well, because many questions have been asked from that bank only in last years. So and the next topic is of chemical reaction engineering. So for the reaction engineering, Levenspiel, I referred the book on chemical reaction engineering by Octave Levenspiel, and it is a very good book. But I didn't get to solve much questions from this book. And what I saw is that most of the questions asked are either from the exercise given at the end of the chapter or the solved examples. So again, the focus on derivations and the numericals here. So that is what is primarily asked from this chapter. The other one is the mass and heat transfer balances. The topic on paper 2. So for that, I don't think any special preparation is required. What you can do is look at the previous year numericals and then just prepare those numericals and just see from Google and solve some questions. That would do, I guess. Now coming to the section B of paper 2, friends, the first topic is of chemical process industries. Here this topic is very clumsy, so a lot of industries we have to cover, and the only way to cover them is to mug up them. But I would say that I have given good amount of time to this topic, and I didn't want it to miss this topic, so I covered this topic very well. And I would say this topic would give you good return if you cover it well, but you have to spend some time on it. So for chemical process industries, R. Norris Shreve, the book by R. Norris Shreve is a very good book. And what I did was, whatever the industries were given in syllabus, every point by point I took up those industries and read and prepared some basic detail. So that was not difficult. So once I prepared the notes, after that I started cramming the notes literally. So that was the only way to prepare this topic. But once I gave 2-3 days, it was prepared very well. And after that I could attempt most of the questions which were given in the paper. Then the next topic in paper 2 is of environmental engineering and safety. So this is a very interesting topic, and most of the concepts are very generic, so which we have covered in say our general studies also, like greenhouse gases and ozone depletion, etc. So they can be covered from Google, and if you want to prepare little more detail, technical details you can cover from Wikipedia, which I did. Apart from that, for the pollution, water pollution and air pollution and their control equipments, I referred the original acts which were given on the Government of India Environment Ministry website. And apart from that, for the equipments, I referred a NPTEL course by IIT Roorkee on chemical pollution and environmental engineering. So that from there also I prepared only the diagram, schematic diagram of each equipment and or the each process and their working principles, advantage, disadvantage. That's it. No need to go into no need to go into mathematical derivations of BOD, COD, etc. The next topic is of chemical process engineering economics. So in engineering economics, the Timmerhouse is a good book, but just keep note that only we have to read very selectively, very selectively. Just 9 to 10 pages from that book would suffice. And most of the topics which are given in the syllabus are very straightforward, so just need to remember the definitions and some graphs on that. Apart from that, no much the numericals on depreciation, costs, etc. are very simple, and some examples, look at some examples from the Timmerhouse, and that would do, I guess. So this is it for friends for the chemical engineering sources. Now a few lines about how to attempt the paper. So what I think, what my experience was, attempting the paper is very much important. Presentation is very important because many of my numericals have some error in it. Around 30 or 40 marks numericals couldn't get the final answer right. So I was thinking that they would give very less marks or 0 marks in those numericals, but actually I got good marks in that. So, and I think that presenting every step in the numerical and writing every formula and doing every small derivation which could have been done at that time really helped me. So I would say that when attempting the paper, attempt it very well, write every step, and make use of diagrams, schematic, mathematical expressions wherever you can, and that would pay you really well. The second and last point I would like to say is that basically, even if some question is asked for a 20 marks question and you think that it has a very short answer, like something is like why does this happen or what is the reason for that, the answer could be only 1 or 2 lines, but the question might be asked in 20 marks question. So at that time you need to expand it a bit. So prepare some examples, some diagrams, and make use of those examples to expand the answer. Don't write very short because they are looking at how much you know about that. So giving good details would give you good return. So that's it, friend. I would say that chemical engineering is a good optional and it can give you good returns. So if you give enough time, which we have after the civil service mains. And I would also like to add that Indian Forest Service is a really good service, and so people who are trying for it should be really confident that they are getting into a really good career, and the rare opportunity provided by the service is really good, which no other service can provide. So, and apart from that, you just need to focus on the exam after the civil service means. No need to worry from the beginning itself. And if you have studied chemical engineering even bit seriously, I think you can do really well. And so I think it's very good subject which can give you good return. So my best wishes to you, and if you like the video, please like it, subscribe it and share it. Thanks.